It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got Breece Hall closing in on 1,000 yards rushing on the year. It's the Jets and the Panthers on Thursday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Tonight it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Jets and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gauton, and Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Love going to throw right away. That caught by Trimble. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. To throw again on second down. Love. It's a room to maneuver. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Here's Love. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. David Montgomery with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Carlson, open good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL. And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They They run once more with Stevenson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Off-play action. Trader. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. So just 3 yards on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw. Trader. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year not to take anything away from him. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing, Love. And that's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Love now. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 123 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Now we're going to be down to the 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 3rd down, Trader. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And New York set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum down.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to Stevenson on 1st down. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Stevenson. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the alley through here on 3rd down? Back to throw. Trader. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Trader into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the... yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are the things you have to look out for in games like this.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
A gain there of 21 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. To throw on 2nd down, Trader. Pressure comes in, he's brought down, it's a Panther sack.
Dropped for a loss of 7 on multiple defenders.
They've got that right off the turf so far. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man here is Gentry. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Looking to throw. Trader. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. Then they turn it over. But the 4th down play doesn't work. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. 0 here from his side that way. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Okay, ready?
On 2nd and 11 now. Love throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
On 3rd down, Love. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 15.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trader.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw. Trader. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Operating from the gun. Trader.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Trader. And that is incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Love. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, Love. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Jets head out on offense here to start this 3rd quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter. But you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Schrader. Short pass caught by the tight end Gentry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Schrader got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. Hall want to give up the middle. And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 41 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Looking to throw. Schrader. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. He does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
The play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone. Unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there in the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 39, Love. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Montgomery back to the ground. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll try to run wide side with Montgomery. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Brees Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, so much jumped in the huddle and said, a lot more to be done, guys. Let's not, would you say, take your foot off the pedal? Let's not do that right now. But there is that possibility as people can get self-satisfied. The greats do not. We'll find out what he's made of.
Out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Toss left to Montgomery. And no room that time. Getting it to about the 46. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Love. He gets it to Cooks. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
The offense for the Jets ready to take over.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. 113 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Here's Stevenson.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Again, Stevenson.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Ramondre Stevenson.
Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Jets have scored again in this 3rd quarter. This time to move out in front.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field, here come the Panthers.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Love looking to throw it. This is intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Jets are going to take over here up near the 40.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake. Trader. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
The Jets on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Trader. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. Now it's 3rd down. They went with a run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And this one is right down Broadway. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're... we needed to do kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To pass, here's Jordan Love.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
They decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. They'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw on 3rd down. Love. That's taken in by Duvernay. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop the throw. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Love. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And they will take a knee here. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead,